What's up, everybody? Welcome to the God Realm, Talk Amongst Gods. It is I, the one and only legendary swordsman, TheWon, joined by the other gods of the God's Realm, the Pirate King himself, Monkey FD.
Monkey FD, call me Monkey FD. Yeah, yo, dreaming.
I was wondering, you did that last style, and I what the hell you was doing. Now I realized you're doing the same music. I was like, what the hell, dude? You know. Also joined by King of Mech, PowerMaster Prime.
Till all are one.
Followed by my man, the legendary Super Saiyan Lavar.
What's up, everybody?
And another god who finally entered the realm with us for the first time, but many times in the future. Okashira.
It's Okashira or Okashira.
Okay, as you can see,
so what's up, guys?
one of us is fluent in Japanese, and the other dude is a Negro talking. But in this episode of the God Realm, Talks Amongst Gods, we're going to discuss the spring 2014 season. Well, at least our impressions of the first 4 episodes, all the new shows and new season, compared to last season, the winter selection of animes, and just talk about everything from what we like, what we're not liking, our standout hits, the duds, everything. And so let's start off with the Pirate King himself, Monkey FD, with his overall just take on spring 2014.
Okay, spring 2014 overall is better than what I thought it was gonna be, man. Because at first, the shows, none of the, I guess the poster art was catching my attention.
Exactly.
But then, exactly. But then when you start reading the synopsis, I'm like, oh yeah, this sounds pretty legit. And then when you start watching them, like, damn, shit, And then, I'm watching this. What I'm watching this season is Akama no Riddle, Blade and Soul, Black Bullet, Fairy Tale, of course. Don't be hating. Mahoka Koko no Retosai, also known as the Irregular at Magic High School, and No Game, No Life. That's the anime I'm watching, and you want me to break it down for you guys?
Well, I'm just saying, just tell us about it, man. Your first impressions, how you feeling? What's up?
Okay, I guess I'll start with Blade and Soul. Now, Blade and Soul, all of us we watching Blade and Soul, and Blade and Soul is, how do I say this now? The animation is all right, sometimes bad at times, but it still captures the essence of the game is based off, which is an MMORPG in Korea. So it's it still captures that essence of that art style for the most part. It's about this girl. What's her name? Oh shit, what's her name? Alka.
I'm fully with you. With that show, the art style is like it fluctuates from one to the first episode is real good, and the next episode is like downgraded. And at the same time, I can't tell you the name of any character. Like I'm enjoying the show, but none of the characters really just make an impression on me. Really.
Well, I remember the main cat, Alka. That's her name, Alka. That's her name. See, I'll be honest, I only watched 2 episodes, so I still had to watch 3, and I think 4 came out or something. I don't know. I'm behind, okay, because I've been busy, but I'm watching it, and like the 2 first episodes, they were good, And she had this battle with this gunslinger girl, that was pretty cool and shit. And she's like, she's the type of character that's about bodies, motherfuckers. Everybody just be dying left and right, People just die, and it's just like no emotion on her face, It's like, you dead.
Yeah.
That's the type of character she is, She's just killing motherfuckers. But, it was awesome and shit. I don't like that, I will see how it progressed when I watch episodes 3 and 4 later today or whenever I have time.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. For me, that show, it's the first show I saw, at least art wise, that I said I'm gonna check it out. Let's not kid ourselves. I like to see females in anime. attractive looking females in anime. Attractive females who actually kick butt. I mean, you could be the cute girl that all the guys like. You be the quiet girl that all the guys know, whatever. But I like bad chicks who go around being bad, killing folks, doing stuff. And this show, the art style of it, like it seemed like it was kind of like a. I don't want to compare it to Bayonetta, but it kind of had a kind of vibe. Two females being rivals, both of them bad. They're gonna throw down sooner or later type.
But
thing.
the art style kind of is similar to the Bayonetta art anime, though. It is, isn't it?
I don't know if it's made by the same group, but I mean, it just kind of reminded me of that. Just the cover of it and everything. And like you said, that first episode, old girl, she was cutting dudes up, boy. And
that's what I'm saying.
And it wasn't none of this. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to kill you. Fools getting gutted.
Yeah, I'm saying like the guy, like this big dude, right? He went all like, I don't know, he took some steroid shit. He's like, and she then right in his neck, like God.
Well,
done,
you're right. You guys are correct about the art style because it's done by the same production company.
Okay.
Gonzo, right? Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
So similar.
Gonzo's actually doing shit again.
Yeah, they're doing shit again, man.
I'm surprised because didn't they go out of business or almost go out of business at least? I don't know.
I think they got bought over by another parent company, so.
Okay. So I didn't know that either.
I think, I'm not sure though. I'm 100% sure about that. You gotta look that up. Okay, but I think.
So, hey, Pirate King, what is the show that stands out for you out of all the ones you watching? What's your main show? You had to pick one. What's your main show?
Yo, it's hard, because I'm gonna tell you, it's like right now, it's a tie between Mahoka Koko no Retosai, the irregular at Magic High School, or No Game No Life. Okay. Now, Mahoka Koko no Retosai, the irregular at Magic High School. That shit right there. You know what hypes me up with that shit is the main character and his badassness. Okay, and if SS Lavar over there, he want to get involved into this, we could join together and talk about this shit because I'm just saying, man, like this shit right here, yo. This down to like the first episode, you'd be like, oh shit, because this scene right where he's with But actually, I have to explain the setting because you guys have to understand. Basically, the setting is it's like in this, near future technological world, basically.
Okay.
And magic is basically not like your regular magic, but it's like technological magic in a way. It's basically technology, but they call magic in a way. So it's very type of sci-fi-esque type of magic. So, people, you could do some hacking shit and all that stuff, and basically all that stuff, So there's that type of magic element plus there's hand-to-hand combat type of action, okay? So that's basically the setting of the world, how it is, and that's that's what they're going to magic school and all that. Now there's a scene in the first episode where he meets his basically his sensei, him and his sister. Okay, and the sensei basically he's a master of ninjutsu, so he's a ninja. Okay, so he's doing his training shit. Let's find out the other ninjas and shit, right? And the master he's talking to the sister. Okay, and the sister he basically he's trying to do some perverted shit with the sister and shit. So my man, the brother came out of nowhere, and my sensei man sensed that shit and blocked that shit. He's like, and then, it was this like battle, hand-to-hand battle, combat shit and everything. And then, he got knocked out. And there's another scene in like, I think it was the third episode or the second episode? Shit, I think it's the third episode. Where towards the end is like, I'm just saying, man, like, I don't know, there was some conflict going on. And basically, he became the disciplinary. He's part of the disciplinary committee at the school. So he's now he could arrest people when they misuse their magic, right? So what this dude, when he was about to do I forgot, I think he was about to do some move, right? Before that guy even did it, my man rushed that shit. He rushed. He's like fast, like blitzkrieg, lightning speed, and fucking like he's like freeze, motherfucker. And he put this motherfucker down, and then these other guys get mad. Like, what you doing? And then they start like, and he started, like, what are you doing, yo? It's like, you can't touch me. Like just walking, like dodging these guys like nothing. And shit, I mean, this guy's a badass, man. I'm just saying. But if that says what I want to continue, go ahead, man.
Yeah, man. It's like this. You have this society where basically it's a segregated class. You got these so-called people that are top-of-the-line magicians, and the rest of them are considered trash. Nearly
at the school. Yeah. It's like the course 1 and course 2, right?
Yeah. What's the other show remind me of? Excellion. What's that show? You and I both watched that one too. What's the name of that one? Just passed.
Excellion?
The girls. I can't think of it.
You mean Freezing?
Freezing, yes.
Oh, Freezing. Oh, yeah, kind of.
It's like Freezing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like Freezing. You're right. It's kind of like a little bit. Yeah, like with the whole. It's like that technological world. It's kind of like Freezing the way. Yeah, you're right.
And so what happens is, imagine just in Freezing, the top of the line, top ones were no matter how hard the other ones tried, they were never up to that level.
Yeah.
Well, in this show, the main character is a dark horse. The way that they measure potential, he's so strong in certain other attributes that it doesn't display his full potential normal. So on the outside surface, he looks like a normal person, but in reality, this fool's like Kenshin.
Yeah. Yo, look at this guy. Good. You described it real good right here, yo.
So what winds up happening is you have this society gap, and these people are trying to intermingle, and never before has there been anyone on the disciplinary committee who wasn't a top elite. And so naturally there's natural resentment. Okay. And, Jodeci TheWon, you know about how we have the G code.
Yeah.
The G code in this show was established in the first episode where the fool automatically, he has the skill, the potential to be a G-class character.
Yeah. Like I was saying, when he was in the fucking, with his ninjutsu master, and he's fighting up ninja and shit, yo, I'm just saying, man, like, yo, I'm talking people getting black flip thrown and shit, like, yo, man, it's like, is this how they choreographer that shit? It's like, you get hype, man. Like, and the music too. It's almost like the other anime we watched last season. The music is like what was that? Come on, Joe. What was your Noragami?
Yeah. Okay.
The music is like on Noragami level, y'all. And, like in the show itself. Maybe the theme song not too much, but the show, like the music in the show and stuff, is like Noragami level.
Oh, okay. Is the show? What kind of vibe the show has? Is it a serious show, or is it kind of your serious funny moments? I mean, what kind of style is it?
There's
a little bit of both.
It's a little bit of both, yeah.
Okay.
There's some. Okay, I'm gonna say that shit. There's a weird thing with her sister and him. I don't know what the fuck that shit about. It kind of like I'm kind of confused. I'm wondering like if they're really siblings. Like
yeah, okay.
Yeah, man. That great.
It's kind of like, what's going on, yo? Like, it's kind of creeping me out. But other than that, if you look beyond that shit, it's like, yeah, this show is good, man.
Okay. Well, here, let's change pace real quick. Go with the Super Saiyan 1 himself, since he was already talking.
But I just want to talk about one more anime.
Go ahead.
No Game, No Life. I don't know, SSR, you watching that too?
Man, I have yet to watch that, and it's on my top to-do list.
Okay, No Game, No Life. That's another good anime, and basically No Game No Life is about these two characters, okay? And I apologize, I forgot the name of the two characters, man. I watched too much shit at once, so it's hard to remember all the names. But basically, it's basically about two siblings, okay? And they're basically
Sora and Shiro.
Yes.
Is it so? I think it was Sora and Shiro. I can't remember, but I think maybe that it is. Basically, it's about brother and sister, and basically they're like geniuses. Okay. Yeah, Sora and Shiro. Yeah. They're geniuses, and basically they're like hardcore gamers. And so they're really good at game. It could beat you in any motherfucking game.
Okay.
And what happened is they got teleported to like a different world. And no, it's not like Sword Online. No,
Please.
Okay, it's not like that. Okay, it's actually they got teleported to other worlds. Some god. I don't know what god he is. He's some god dude. I think he's supposed to be like a Greek god, but I'm not sure. He's one of them type of gods, the mythological gods. And he basically sent him to this world. I don't know why he did, but basically he sent him to this world, and now they're basically the world has like 10 rules. Okay, I can't remember all the 10 rules, man. It's like a whole list. Okay, but basically what happens is, they since they're really good, how I say this now, he's really good at finding the loopholes in the rules. So like he's using, you see him just using that shit to his advantage with the characters he meets in the world. And basically, for example, he met this girl at this bar, okay, because this world, it has like, they have like 10 races in the world, and it's like it's almost like one of them like video games, like an MMORPG in a way, but in a way it's not. It's kind of like a I don't know, it's hard to explain, but basically he meets this girl and he beats her at I think a game of poker. Yeah, it was poker. And he got a royal flush, which is really hard to get. Okay, royal flush. I think that's the rarest hand you could get in poker, right? A royal flush. And so he got that, and basically he somehow cheated. But you're not allowed to cheat. But he found a loophole where, how does this work? Like because how do you know that he's cheating if you don't know he's cheating? You get it?
Yeah.
So he's very that smart, and him and his sister, like, they're like bond together, and it's like there was a scene in the show where like they were like split apart, like a distance apart, and you should see my man. The man was like bugging, both of them were bugging. They were like afraid, like they can't be separated. Because they separate, they feel like they'll be alone or something, because they made this promise where they can't be alone and shit. And yeah, man, it's a lot of scheming, a lot of tricking people and stuff, and it's just, you're playing game, this whole game, and basically they're starting to like the world because they don't like the real world, because they're basically the type of people all day in their house playing games.
Okay.
So they don't like the real world. They think life is a shitty game. So that's why it's called no game, no life.
Okay, so it's kind of a weird take on being a video gamer type thing.
Yeah.
But now you're typical. You're a
Hack and
gamer.
slash.
You're a gamer playing a game. RPG type thing. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, so it's basically about all games. Like they're playing poker, they're playing all type of stuff. They just master at gaming at its purest level, whether it's a video game or not.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, it's one thing I gotta say about No Game No Life is that one thing viewers have to look out for is the very blatant, gaming references.
Okay.
So like you definitely have like very strong both gaming and anime references. So I'm not gonna give those away, but when it comes, you'll recognize it.
So it's almost like a fan service show in a way, but for gamers.
For gamers and anime watchers and manga as well.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Well, here, Super Saiyan, you up next, man. Name some of the shows you watching and give us some details on some of your favorites or most interesting shows.
I'm gonna make mine pretty quick because I'm sure some of it save some time and kind of let everyone get in there. I'm watching Blade and Soul, of course, and I'm also watching The Irregular at Magic High School. Those have been covered. Don't hate me for the next show I'm watching, but I'm actually watching that Baby Steps, man. I grew up watching Prince of Tennis. Yeah. So any type of sports anime, I'm kind of a fan of them.
Okay.
Oh, yo, I saw the manga for that on the manga I read, the website I read manga on, and I was wondering, was this an anime this season? And I wasn't sure, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, it is. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I saw that too. It just, I ain't gonna lie, the art for it looked weird to me. Like, man, I don't know about that, man. I was like, oh,
it looks kind of classic, old school style.
Yeah, it has an old school vibe to it.
But I don't know, the art looks better than the manga for some reason, though. Yeah. I don't know. It looks.
Okay.
To summarize it up real quick, if any of you guys watched the Prince of Tennis, there was a character who played what they call data tennis. His whole game was, he'd watch his enemy play, and he'd take down notes and measurements, and he would learn to play them and beat them by that. And so this main character is a super smart kid, but he's not the average smart kid. He excels because he takes notes so well. So anything that he does, because he's so detailed in his notes, it makes him excel. Well, basically, in a typical kind of slice of life / sports anime show, he sees this hot girl. This hot girl's playing this hot sport. This fool wants to be down, wants to be kind of cool. So he actually starts to try to pick up the sport. But since he's not like everyone else, basically you're going to see the journey of how he becomes a nobody at tennis to eventually becoming one of the best in the nation. So it's pretty good. It's pretty engaging, and it's well done to where it's not going to blow your socks off, but it'll keep you coming back each week watching it.
Okay, so that's why it's called Baby Steps. Okay.
yeah. One step at a time. I got you.
Yeah, you got it.
Is it more entertaining than Prince of Tennis, at least?
Well,
like in terms of their outside life, like the tennis part, I'm sure is good, but like their outside life and relationships and shit.
Yeah, you have more of that slice of life element in there as well, where Prince of Tennis, it was all about just tennis.
Oh, we're hanging out. What are you doing? Playing tennis, motherfucker.
I'm saying, you got a show with 14, 15 guys and not a bitch in sight. What the hell is that?
Really? There's no girls in Princess.
There's 2 girls, but they're on the sidelines just watching them.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Because I swear I saw because they used to advertise when I used to go for New York for vacation and watching Cartoon Network. I see advertisement for that shit. I'm like, I swear I saw girls in that.
They do nothing.
I'm saying they just there. Come on now. All these dudes walking around, they gotta be horny sometimes. I mean something.
Yo, tennis, man. That's some real shit, yo.
All right, Super Saiyan, what else you got for us, man?
Man, in keeping with the sports theme, of course, I'm watching the volleyball show, man. I think you would haiku or something like that.
Haiku or something. I don't know.
It's right there. Yeah.
And it gives me that Kuroko's basketball kind of feel to it. You got these characters have these unique abilities, but when you combine them together, they can do something special, kind of like Kuroko and Kagami and Kuroko.
Yeah.
But even the art style looks similar to it, though.
Right,
yeah.
Exactly.
So I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm watching that too.
If you've seen that, then you kind of have an idea of where the story's going to go. And as much as I like Kuroko's basketball, I kind of get the same feel for this one.
Yeah. It's that first episode was like, okay, this could be the next show. You know what I'm saying? And then the second one kind of died down, and now that they're trying to get in the rhythm, they're bringing in other cast members, other guys on the team and everything. And so they're building that whole, like I said, the team, the players together. And you're right, it has that vibe like all other sports shows where you got all the other guys and their abilities, and you want to see how it comes together. And then once the team is built, you want to see, okay, who can be their rivals, who they're up against, and who the guys are about. But yeah, I'm thinking that too. But it's if I gotta measure it compared to the other sports shows we've seen recently, it's probably the worst one. It's not bad, but compared to, of course, Ippo, compared to Kuroko, and compared to the king of sports anime right now, that Yoshi. the pedal it ain't on the level.
The pedal
is still king, boy.
That's the show. The pedal.
That pedal is still king.
Riding bicycles, yeah.
Hey, that pedal is still king, dog. It can't be stopped. All right, Super Saiyan, give us one more, man. Give us one more.
All right, and the other one, and it has my attention, man, and y'all gotta forgive me because I just watched the last Hunter x Hunter episode and it blew my mind. So my brain is still trying to recover from that. But Black Bullet has my interest because I've never seen an anime before where you actually see a child being hurt. You just generally don't see that.
Whoa.
Yeah, I gotta join you. I gotta join in with you with that, okay? Because I'm watching that shit because I forgot to talk about that.
And it's hard to kind of predict what's going on, but I've watched a lot of shows, and it kind of gives me and some of y'all may have seen it has a get backer slash Trigun slash it's just, it reminds me of so many different shows, but at the same time it has like a Black Cat feel to it, to where I'm having a hard time trying to figure out where the show is headed. And of course I don't know anything about the manga or anything, so I actually kind of like that about the show. It's a bit refreshing.
Yeah.
It's basically you have a segregated society again, kind of like that other show, where these children are perceived as omens of, you know, destruction or death, and so these kids, all of these special children, are just treated like inhuman nearly.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
But yet at the same time, these kids are partners to some of these I guess you would call them like contractors or whatever, and it gives them special abilities and attributes and things of that nature. And it's just a good show, and I'm really trying to figure out where it's going. But if that kind of show has your interest, like I said, a Black Cat, a Get Backers, where it's all about assignments and jobs and stealth missions and assassination missions and all of those kind of things, you'll probably like this show.
Yeah, basically about these organisms. Basically, they I guess I don't know. It's like a virus that caused like animals like insects, you know, cats and dogs and fucking lions and shit. They turn them into these like monster-ish shits, right? And they're like big, okay, like you know, you see a fly turn into this big ass giant fly and stuff, like, and basically they could affect other humans, and other humans will turn into them, and they will explode, and then they turn into the thing, you know the flesh will, explode, tear off and shit, those type of transformations. And yeah, like he was saying, them girls are basically, what happened was, I guess when they were born, the mother got affected, and then they were born, and so they kind of they're like humans, but they have that same power and strength like those type of monsters. So they're the only ones who can't get affected by them, but they're also the ones who could just fuck them up, And so they're basically humanity's final front, but everybody hate these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make no sense. Like, well, you guys are idiots, humanity. Humans
let me just paint a picture too, just so people get a better idea. The second episode, it might even been the first episode, you see this kid who's one of those type of children, and committing a crime. And so the next scene you see this crooked cop basically shooting up this little kid.
He popped 2 caps in her ass.
And just threw her on the ground and walked off.
Damn.
Yeah. What I'm saying, that's some fucked up shit right there.
I've only saw like the first episode of that, and like it's one of those shows. Even though that name is simple, it just kind of fell off my radar. And so I'm behind on about 3 episodes. And the first thing that stood out for me was for some reason, this show reminded me of Speed Grafer. Or Graph.
Yes.
Ever see that?
Yes.
It reminded me of that for some reason. Kind of this weird kind of like I don't know, like fetish type show. It was weird. It's like the theme of it was the thing wasn't your normal cliche mainstream anime. The thing was kind of dark. You know what I'm saying? Kind of weird.
Yeah.
So it kind of reminded me of that. And then the main character, of course, his fighting style was kind of interesting. But for me, what stood out more than anything is, I guess, the villain or whoever this guy is, the guy with the mask on or whatever. That's the main thing that kind of stood out with me. Just the way he came in the first episode, how he was talking and everything. Like, I'll be seeing you soon. I'll be seeing you.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. The first episode was alright. Yeah. The second episode is what open your eyes. Okay. Like, yo. Like, you see that villain? That's one. He one kooky motherfucker. Okay. He one kooky motherfucker because what he do? That's all I know. You remember when he went to the the meeting thing there? He crashed that shit, and what you see what he give the present he gives to the dude. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, man, I'm cool. Like,
for you, open his box.
yo, that's a present right there, yo. But my the main character reaction to that shit is in his face. Like you can see, like he's a witty type. He's a little bit like smart in a way. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a good he's a good cop in a way you could say. Like his character is, so that shit was cool. And then, one of the other scenes in the second was where the two little girls when they clash.
Yeah.
And they give their introduction, and I'm like, yeah, but yo, man, I want to see some more of that, yo. That shit was like, you know what I'm saying? It's like two little Yodas fight each other. Like, it was crazy, yo. Like, I like that, yo. Like, shit.
Yeah, all right.
I like that, though. Like,
let's move on next to the PowerMaster One himself, Prime. Right. We know you're going to be a little different with your selection, so let us have it. What are you feeling right now?
Right now, I'm only watching one show. I'm kind of slacking. I need to get into that Break Blade, or Broken Blade, whatever the hell it's called.
It's Break Blade.
Yeah. Well, some people I see say it's Broken Blade, but
it's actually Broken Blade.
Yeah. Okay. See. So yeah, I want to get into that. Joe, he was saying that I should watch the OVA first. Has anybody seen the OVA before?
Nah.
Yes, I have.
Oh, you have?
Yeah,
okay.
it's out. Yeah, it's out on Blu-ray.
All right.
And the television series that you're talking about is just the extended.
Oh, Break Blade.
Yeah.
Oh, it's extended, or is it just like a prequel?
It's extended.
It appears to be the same story, just
different.
Just different.
Yeah, no, it's extended. Like there are like a lot of it's just an extended version. That's why it's called Broken Blade TV version.
I see.
So
okay.
yeah.
So I don't need to watch the OVA then. All right.
Okay.
No, well, actually,
don't watch the OVA just yet.
I would say you should, so that when you watch a television series, it gives you a much better fleshed out story.
Mm-hmm.
But the OVA is way better.
All right, I'll do that then.
Okay.
So yeah, the one that I am watching, that I just watched 3 episodes yesterday. It's, and you know me, fucking the mecha was gonna come with me first, and this one caught my eye a little bit. I heard some people talk about it. It's Captain Earth.
Oh, Captain Earth. Okay.
Yeah. So I watched that, and you know what? Right now, it's not bad at all. It's got what I like in a mecha show. It's got a cool combining gimmick sort of thing going on.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, you know how you ever watch Gunsword, whatever?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. So you know how the robot comes from space and down to Earth in that one. They shoot it down. This one, you're actually going up into space and docking into 3 different satellites.
Yeah.
And combining with each one, I was like, damn, this thing is crazy.
How you gonna do that every episode? You know what I'm saying?
I know, man. You know how much money you gotta spend to get the fuel to go up there?
It feels like Mighty Orbox is what it feels like.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're right. Exactly. Some old school, American / Japanese type stuff.
True. It is old school. And then, I don't know, man. I like that mecha porn, man. It's just you see the gears going and combining and sliding over each other and screwing into each other. It's like, yeah, I like it. So yeah, it's not one of those fucking emo cry sort of protagonist main character thing. It's just this kid. Yeah.
Is that this towards Evangelion, man?
Yes.
Look, guy. Let me tell you something right now. If it wasn't from Evangelion, we probably wouldn't be watching anime today. So, all right.
Okay, one of those.
So you gotta.
I got you.
Just gotta know your place. Like Evangelion's the anime, as with Final Fantasy VII was the RPGs. So.
Totally disagree with that. Yeah.
I was gonna say that. I don't know about Evangelion, man.
It would have still gone on. Still would have got Cowboy Bebop. So
No. We're gonna talk about that because I really do want to talk about something like that. Like
that's a different topic for different days.
It's a different topic, man.
Yeah. Okay.
He wants to do it. He gets involved. It's just accidental with a 15-year-old kid.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff. But that's classic, I guess. So, I don't know how the other characters are going to play into this or how important. Well, I do. The last episode had it. So this is going to be multiple mechas. I don't know where this one came from now in episode 3, but they'll explain it, I suppose. Yeah, and the threat right now is not totally expanded on. Hopefully they do, because I don't like it when you got this threat. Oh, they're just aliens and they want to come over here. Why? You know what I mean? they never explain it. Like so many mecha shows, it was like, oh, they're just here to fuck shit up.
Yeah, exactly. Like when I watched only seen the first episode of this show, and it's another show I just kind of forgot about, and I need to catch up on. But the first episode, I was kind of confused because you kept seeing these two characters, this guy with blue hair and this girl with pink hair, and they keep talking about somebody appearing and somebody coming. And so I thought maybe that the main character was like part of their team or something. And then all of a sudden the girl transformed to this pink sexy robot and everything. She flying around, just shaking and jiggling and everything. Like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
Oh shit, yo.
Like, what the hell? I mean, for real, like, what the hell is this? She got her mech got high heels on. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yo, you really want to watch this shit now? Yo. You really want to watch this shit? I haven't watched this.
Her robot form, whatever. Her mech form is like a damn Sailor Moon character with like armor on and high heels. And she just flying around, just jacking stuff up and everything. And so I'm like, okay, so they're the bad guys. And then all of a sudden, like I said, the dude gets this. Somehow this dude, like he's chosen somehow, and the dude's like, hey, go save the world. And he get into the ship. He flies up to 3 satellites, which I'm trying to figure out. Sooner or later, one of those satellites gotta get destroyed. Yeah. So you can just mess up the whole transformation.
Well, he has a little robot. They have a little robot that they haven't done anything with. So, that could happen.
But so far, from you watch, have they gone into more detail with these two alien characters? What they're about?
They have sort of. 9 years in the past, they're the ones that killed his father.
Okay.
So they get a little bit of backstory there. And apparently there's, how many are there? 8 or 9 of these characters, but we don't know them yet. And they have this technology that it seems like the Earth has as well. Like, how the bitch, she gets in, she's not in the robot, she's in the base.
Yeah, you're right.
And then they do something, like they give it some energy, and then it's like a representation of her.
Right, you're right.
They apparently have that on Earth, because in episode 3, the Tepe is his name, he actually came to help by that same thing. So maybe it's like they're humans too, and they're like an offshoot, like trying to fuck up the world because something happened with that fucking organization. What is it, Stray Dog, I think it's called? Mm-hmm. They're bastards. I like that dude right away when I saw this guy's a fucking...
He's a dick.
And it's just like... But, you know how sometimes these animes, and they have these creep characters, and it's just nobody says anything, nobody does anything to them. They just continue doing their shit. And you get pissed off more and more just watching. It's like, get this fucker out of here. Kill him or something.
Take your own.
And in this one, already the main character is like, yo, get out of my base. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to fucking deal. Of course, he's gonna come back and do some shit. But they already dealt with him in a way that's like, okay, they're not stupid. So I appreciate that. So
okay,
yeah, it's a little slow in terms of the story right now because I don't really know what the point is right now.
Okay,
but the action,
it's one of those things when episode 7 hit, then you're gonna know.
Yeah,
heading, yeah. One of the animes. Okay,
but the action right now, the animation, the fights, they're, I don't know. It's. I think it's unique enough. It's enough for me to stick with it. So yeah, I think Captain Earth. Hopefully, it turns into something really epic, which it should, because they're already in space. Usually, they stay on the Earth and then they go into space. They're already in space.
Okay.
They're gonna do some shit later on, probably.
Okay.
Yeah. All right then.
Episode 4 coming out in 16 hours. So
we'll see. We'll see. So now let's let the new god amongst us have his time to shine. Okashira. You know what I mean.
Okashira.
That's it. What you got for us, man?
Okay, all right. To piggyback what you guys were talking about as far as mecha, right now I am watching 2. One of them, of course, the aforementioned mention that you guys described earlier was Broken Blade. And Broken Blade TV version is basically, like I said before, it's the extended version of the OVA that came out on Blu-ray like a year and a half ago. And Another one that I'm watching right now is Sidonia no Kishi, otherwise known as Knights of Sidonia.
There we go.
So Knights of Sidonia is made by Polygon Pictures. Polygon Pictures did some CG animation for some of the Square Enix games.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So basically, this is an entire 3D rendered anime.
Yeah.
And it just picks up, right off the top. I would definitely, highly recommend, watching that. Now, as far
it's a mecha though.
Yes.
But like how? Well, we can probably explain it, but how the mechas are, like how the mechs are in the anime.
Well, they're pretty they're kind of like techno. I wouldn't say organic, but kind of near that way. They're not as mechanical. They're a little bit, as far as the movement, the kinetics are a lot more organic.
Okay.
But it's not organic, in that sense. Just like the kinetics are more humanoid than I would say mecha, just a traditional hard.
Like Gundam,
mecha.
It's not Gundam mechs. It's more. It's something else.
It's not as fluid as say an Evangelion, where these guys are just can straight up take off run anytime but along that line.
I'm sorry. It's like they're real vehicles, kind of like a Gasuraki, a Pat Labor type thing. They're real mechanical vehicles that these people got to control. They don't control them right, they gonna get jacked. Yeah.
Okay, so Microsoft X. Okay, I get it.
Yeah, so most definitely. Yeah.
So what show is this one again?
Knights of Sidonia.
Knights of Sidonia. I hadn't seen this one.
It's Sidonia no Kishi. That's a Japanese name.
Yeah, Sidonia Kishi. Yeah.
No Kishi, yeah.
So it's So I'm watching that, and another show that y'all guys mentioned earlier was Black Bullet. KFD. He gave the description on that already. Blade and Soul. You guys talked about that already. The animation being done by the same guys that made Bayonetta. The anime movie that is not out here yet, but may come out one day.
But you can't.
But you can't watch it per se. So, but
real quick though, before you change subject,
yes,
that Knights of Sidonia, that art style, that the way they present the show, that computer generation graphics or whatever you want to call it, it does something for that show, because the show is real, just eerie is not the correct word to describe it, but it has this real kind of weird vibe to it. Like in the first episode, when old dude breaks his fingers, and the way that looks, it looks painful. I mean, I've seen people in anime get jacked all the time, and I can just check it off. When I saw that fool break his fingers, I was like, man, what the hell's wrong with that dude's head? Like, damn. And then when he hit his head on that little train, the train he was on, I was like, that fool dead. Like, damn. The animation style really impacts like the physical damage these people are taking. When they be getting jacked, they be getting jacked. It feels like, and I guess the style, the way it looks.
Let me ask you: is the art style like? I know it's CGI, but does it take a good balance of CGI and regular animation?
Yes, most definitely.
It's a perfect blend between. So it would be like kind of like that cartoon short. I think it won the Oscar. It was called Paperboy, I think. You guys heard of that? Paper?
Yeah.
Is it kind of like that in a way?
Well,
I know they're two different, but there's probably more darker than that. But how Paperboy, it was CGI, but it still looked like traditional animation.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Well, if you have seen Ghost in the Shell Innocence, it's like that,
I never saw that.
Ironically, they've also done CG for such games like Resident Evil 5, Dead or Alive 4, but just TV stuff. But you were saying as far as the animation, I would say that it mostly closely it gears more towards Ghost goes to show innocence.
Okay. I guess I have to see it for myself.
Well,
but,
I mean,
okay.
imagine the Tachikomas from Ghost in the Shell,
Yes.
Standalone Complex. Imagine a whole episode full of them.
Oh, okay.
Every part is just them, like something that looks like that. That kind of.
Okay, yeah. So it's a perfect blend. Okay. Okay. Good, that's good.
But I mean, but the art style works, and I think it works mainly because the color they use is like whites and grays and browns, and some shadows and like blacks and stuff. And then like also the concept. I mean, it's mecha because they have mechs, but it's really like sci-fi, crazy sci-fi. Because I've seen 2 episodes, and the whole idea that this world they're in, they're on this asteroid type thing or something, and it's these monsters. I forget what they're called. They reappear. They're killing humanity, but then at the same time, humanity is real weird. Where like there's a third gender. There's like clones of people going to the same school or the same place as the original copy, and there's like the human body's been changed to like to be able to like absorb light or whatever, kind of like a plants or whatever. It's weird kind of sci-fi type stuff. And the main character, he was like he was living underground with his grandfather. He ain't seen like the sun in a long time, like forever, whatever, and so it's real weird. You're trying to figure out what's all going on,
Okay.
But it has a real sci-fi type vibe to it that I haven't seen in most shows in a long time.
Exactly. Being the fact that we're all Nintendo fans here, they also did the CG for Metroid the Other M. So.
Okay.
Highly recommended. Moving to
no, I'm thinking of other M. You know how them haters are.
I wouldn't even.
Yeah.
Well, then go ahead and try, man. We're gonna go ahead and clap back, but anyway.
So what else you're watching?
All right, so No Game No Life. Mikaku City Actors is another one that I'm watching. Now, with Mikaku City Actors and also with No Game No Life, both of the characters are based off of what is known, popularized in Japan, is known in Japan and also like in England as a NEET. A NEET is basically a young person between the ages of 15, 34. Okay, who is not in education, employment, or training. So so if basically
a high school dropout or wherever you get, or is it like that, or is it like a college dropout or something like that?
Well, just someone who's not really doing anything right now,
Okay, that's what it means. Okay, so that's okay.
Yeah, so not really. So
okay.
So other than that, now as far as like sports, I'm definitely into rowdy sumo wrestler Matsuhiro.
Yeah.
Abarabo, Kishi, Masaru. Okay.
Yeah. That shit right there is awesome. First of all, like, one thing I really look for in anime, especially nowadays, more so than ever, is the voice acting. And like a lot of people are not aware, but like voice acting, the original character voices when it comes to Japanese animation is exaggerated forms of say like how the way the Japanese really talk. So it's kind of like like watching like a Western.
Okay.
But in this one, it's actually the dialogue is actually very realistic, and it actually caught me by surprise because last season, as far as like the fall lineup, a show that caught me really off guard as far as the voice acting was the show called Wake Up Girls, and Wake Up Girls was a story of basically 7 idols. They actually were real life idols in real life, voiced by the same, by their, real life counterparts. That was
that's cool.
Something that's never really been done before. So the name in the animation is actually the name of the person voicing the person in real life who's actually the idol. It's just that, so yeah. And but in this one, in the series show, it stars a sumo wrestler who basically he's like freakishly super strong, and basically just pushes everybody around, and he has like no goals. And he runs into it's kind of it kind of if you guys for the fall season, if you guys remember Senkai the Ichiban, the wrestling anime.
Yeah, I watched it.
It's the same. It's within that same realm where person runs into an unknown occurrence and basically runs into a situation. That situation in turn makes him into the person that he's destined to be.
Okay.
And so as far as that, then of course Soul Eater Not is another one which I'm watching right now.
I am too.
Big emphasis on Not. Soul Eater, of course, is based off of the Phoenix manga of the same name, and basically it's kind of like the side what was going on while the events of the actual manga was going on. And I have a couple of others, but the one at the top, most definitely my top is I've noticed that over the years I've liked my favorite type of anime is slice of life, anime.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So and with that being said, my favorite one, easily by far, which I always wait for the results to see, I usually at the end of every season, the Japanese actually vote on the official ranking of what was the #1 show on television. I would not be surprised if this show gets ranked #1, but the show is called Bokura Mina Kawaso.
I watched the first 2 episodes. No,
I watched one episode of that.
The first 2 episodes of that, yeah.
Yes.
That's what the. Oh, explain it. Okay, go ahead.
Well, basically, it is a basically slice of life anime. Just like what it says is it's just this guy who's just trying to get by peacefully, and everything just basically goes to shit. Not the way which he wanted to, and I just love that type of anime because it's really, I feel, is the most unpredictable, but it's also the most relatable. Because there's always a character within an anime which either you yourself or someone of can identify with, whether it be past, present, or maybe even the future, and so I've noticed that's actually become really popular, right now, even over here in America, a lot of people are talking about it, but that's usually that's my #1, by far is Bokura Mina Kawaso, and
This is really nice for the anime.
Yeah.
And
I like that. I like the anime. I watched 2 of them.
Kind of, it fell on the wayside for me, but I watched at least one episode. I'm going to try to check it out.
Yeah, because it reminds me of it's within the same vein as Hagenai. So Hagenai was an anime that came out last year. The sequel, kind of within the same way. But that's just really the type of anime that
you're currently
really I look forward to. But
okay.
Yeah. Most definitely. And so as far as the anime this season, it's I feel that we're going to talk about this another time, but one thing that's on everybody's mind right now is how can I watch so much anime nowadays? And I'll explain in another segment some other time, but I feel that anime now is much better now than it was ever,
Okay.
And I have a very good reason, for saying that,
Well, here, before you give us your reason, let me hit up my segment real quick because it's going to be pretty short. You guys cover pretty much everything I've been watching except maybe 3 shows, and I want to talk about those shows real quick before we get to this another standalone segment. But y'all mentioned all the shows I've mentioned. I pretty much watch them, all of them, and they're all interesting enough to keep watching further episodes. But a couple shows y'all didn't mention, or you're gonna let me mention that I'm currently watching. Probably my runner-up. Well, I think my favorite show might be the one you mentioned, the Knights of Sidonia.
Sidonia. Yeah. That was actually very hard to decide between that and Boko Ramina, but that may actually change.
Yeah, it's just real. Something about it is just so it's interesting to me. You know, I want to figure out what's going on. The universe this show's about. It seems real interesting. So I keep watching it because I want to figure out what's going on. Like what's really going on in this universe this person created with the show.
Okay.
And then my second show, I'm gonna say really my runner-up show. And forgive me because I know I can't pronounce this bull crap. And so I'm just gonna post it here.
I can help you. I can help you.
But this one right here.
Okay. Whoa. Okay, it's something else. Okay.
Yeah. This show right here. This show right here is
inhaled there.
Weird.
Mm.
Is that German shit? Like,
yeah,
that's not Japanese.
This show is weird. It's sci-fi. It's mystery. You know, it's weird. But basically, it starts off with this boy and this girl, and this girl, she has this infatuation with aliens and space. And so when they were young kids, this boy, he thought she was cute. Kind of thought she was cute and everything. He started hanging out with her, and she basically told this boy, "Yo, I see aliens before. I know where aliens are. Come with me, and I'll show you aliens." Well, they go out to find these aliens, and an accident happened, and the boy and the girl fall off this they're on like a damn a dam or something. I'm not quite sure. They fall off of it right into the water. The boy's in the hospital trying to recover. He's a young kid, and the girl's also in another hospital. And at least what they told the boy. When the boy finally recovers, he finally told the truth that the girl died. And so the rest of his life, this boy is holding his weight on his heart that this girl he liked, he killed because he messed up. He messed up at this crucial moment, and she died.
So he feels that he killed her.
Yeah, he felt he killed her. Okay. So from that point on, he carried the torch for her, as in this whole thing about aliens and being interested in space. He's the only member of the astronomy club and everything. You know, he got an observatory, and he's always looking through the sky looking for aliens and everything. You know, he felt if he can find aliens, he'll fulfill the dream this girl had. Okay. Well, one day in his class, this girl shows up who looks like the older version of what the girl he knew would have been. She shows up, and he's like freaking out. He's like you alive? Like what the hell's going on? But even though the girl looks totally like the girl, there's still no confirmation that it is the girl. You know what I'm saying? Like this girl he knew had this weird kind of unique birthmark on her body, and he can't. And so far they haven't identified it. They haven't showed that birthmark on this girl character. So they make you believe it's the girl, but it's not quite sure it is the girl. Well, basically, going to find out this girl he meets now is either an alien or a science experiment by this government. And there's a group of girls who it seemed like they all died or all were killed or murdered, whatever. And the government got their bodies and altered them, turned them into I don't want to say weapons, but turn them into something that's not human. And they all have these unique powers. Well, this girl, the reason this girl comes to his class that day is because she was told by another girl in this group that this guy was going to die. And she was there to prevent this from happening. And so when she prevents it, you kind of figure out she has this super strength. She's real strong or whatever. And then later on, he meets this other girl who's basically can't move. She looks like a doll. She just lays in the bed and she can only talk and she can type with her hands, but she can't move. But she can kind of see the future. She can kind of feel how the future is going to happen and kind of manipulate it. And then there are other girls also too. You kind of come encounter, but basically they all escape from this government research place or whatever. Like I said, I can't tell if they're aliens or they're science experiments, but they escape from this place and they're trying to survive without the government catching them. But it's a lot of circumstances involved with them being to survive. Basically, they got to take these drugs, they got to take these pills that only give them 48 hours of life. And they don't take the pills at a certain amount of time, they die. Their body starts decaying. Okay, and so, and when they escaped, they only had a small supply of this drug. And so it's like so far the episodes so far, they're trying to ration out this drug they have, and almost live their everyday life at the same time, not be discovered by this group that's trying to find them. And it's like I said, it's real weird because you can't tell if they're aliens or if the girl's an alien or a science experiment she's that girl this guy knew years ago. But it's real got a real kind of sci-fi weird kind of theme to it. That I haven't seen since shows like what's the one popular show back in the day that was just out there. Help me out, y'all. Not from the person. The person also made Noir. What's a show?
I don't know the show, but would you say maybe it's kind of like Steins Gate?
No, it's like, damn, what's that one show, man? It was real popular. It's only like 4 DVDs you can get. God.
Oh, Fooly Cooly?
No, not Fooly Cooly. It's
Lane?
More
Serial Experiments Lane?
Yeah, there you go, Lane. Thank you.
There.
It got this Lane vibe to it. You know what I'm saying? Boogie Pop Phantom kind of vibe. It's real weird, but it's real heavy sci-fi thing. And so I've been watching that, just trying to figure out what the hell's going on. It's real, it's just one of those things where you're waiting for them to drop the bomb on you. Like, this girl's really an alien, or this girl really is this. You wait for that bomb to be dropped, and they're not gonna drop it yet. But it's real. It's real cool. That's like storytelling, nice pace and everything. Just real weird. So I'm digging that.
See, I wanted to watch that actually, but I didn't know if I really want to watch it because I've been watching some other stuff. So I'm like, do I want to watch this?
Yeah,
but I don't know because I read the synopsis and it sounds, interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it's drama. It's drama. There's no like the theme itself. The opening theme is kind of like an alien vibe, but then the animation you see at the beginning are just like dead bodies. Like the girls, they're dead. They're bleeding over their blood's coming from their bodies. They're dead. So it's real, just eerie and like it's mystery and drama and very sci-fi.
Yeah, drama, mystery, sinning, and sci-fi and fantasy.
And so I mean, I like my serious shows. I mean, I can get up with funny and everything else like that, but I want a show that's just serious. Where the whole time you're trying to figure out what the hell's going on, and there's never gonna be no moment that kind of is always gonna keep you on suspense. You know what I'm saying? I like shows like that.
Yeah, suspense. Like it's like a thriller in a way.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's really good too. Yeah.
So I definitely like that show, but. For me, my favorite show, and it surprised me because when I saw the art of it, I was going to avoid like the plague. I hate shows with girl characters if they're drawn a certain way. I don't like girl characters that look like little girls. You know what I'm saying? I like those pedophile hentai type shows. You know what I'm saying? Girls drawing that vibe. And this show, when I saw it, it reminded me of one of those kind of shows. Like all these girls gonna be like 16, 17 years old, but they like they're 12. I don't like shows like that. You know what I'm saying? Make me feel weird about myself.
Okay.
But Akuma no Riddle.
Yes. I've been watching that too.
That show right there. I like that show.
Me too.
The concept of that show, the art of it had me thinking one way, but when you watch it, it's not that kind of show. It's an all-out, serious, something's going down, let's get it done show.
The group of psychopaths, you put it that way. Yeah.
Basically, it's like it's these hidden organizations that have kind of this little game going on amongst themselves with their own kind of like, a league of assassins. I'm not quite sure exactly. But they're all sent to all the assassins, and the main character is sent to this one school, the black class, I think it's called.
No. But basically, they sent to the school. I don't forget what the school is called. Oh, it's a Mayojo Academy, right? And basically, the class is called the black class.
Yeah, the black class.
Yeah,
but they're all sent there on a mission, and they find out later on the show, in the episode, that the mission is to kill this one girl, who. You can't tell if she was an assassin or she is an assassin. You don't know what's up with her.
Yeah.
She's had a hard life because she got these scars on her body and everything. But for some reason, it has a noir feel to it. Two girls trying to kill each other and let it become friend type thing. The main character you're introduced to, either she's in love with this girl, or something about this girl that she just infatuated with. And it's her job of killing her because basically they're all sent there and they're all trying to kill the girl. And whoever kills the girl, they get rewarded, whatever they want, whatever their heart desires, they get. And this girl, instead of being one of the people who kills her, she decides she's gonna protect her from the other 11 assassins. Yeah,
so it basically turns into all them 11 assassins against that one protector.
Yeah,
and they're going to ask her what's her face.
Yeah,
I think her name was Haru. I think.
Yeah, that's it.
I think her name is Haru, the red hair girl. Yeah, Haru. Yeah.
And it's very interesting because you try to figure out, okay, how they gonna do it. It almost sounds like a Power Ranger type feel, where the boss of the monster of the week come in, you beat him up and move on to the next. And so you try to figure out how they gonna pull it off. But then there's set rules within this whole thing where the assassin must let the girl know, I'm coming for you. And then from that point on, you have like what was it, 48 hours, 24 hours?
Yeah, 48 hours to kill. And if they fail within those 48 hours, they get disqualified. I guess they get sent home.
Right.
Okay.
And so, the first episode was really action packed the way it was, and I've been a little disappointed because like the second or third episode, I can't remember exactly which one.
I only watched the first and second episode. I didn't see the third episode yet.
In the second episode, well, I guess the third episode. Have you seen the episode where the first assassin tries to? I guess the first person goes up try to get her.
No, I didn't see that. I didn't see that.
Well, the first assassin who finally tries to start doing the game is on, and the first girl's up, and she's trying to knock this girl out, trying to kill this girl, and of course the girl protects her and everything, and basically she gets sent away from the school. She failed, she gets sent away. I hope further down the line, when more girls attack, that the main character actually kills so many girls. I mean, I hope the whole season don't end where every girl just get transferred out.
Yeah.
Someone got to get your assassin. Someone
got to get body.
Yeah, someone got to get body, blood up, gutted. And so if that happens,
you see,
I think
the ones who are determined, they're gonna get bodied. Like, there's some psycho ass motherfuckers. Like, these people, they're not gonna stop. Like, some of the girls, like these motherfuckers, man, they should be sending the president immediately, yo.
Yeah.
How they get in contracts and shit? Like,
and see, that's the main thing that's funny what I like about the show. Every anime show with a whole bunch of girl cast, all the girls fall into the cliche girl personality. You know what I'm saying? No matter what show it is, it's always the typical. It's the one girl who's real shy, the one girl who don't like men, the one girl who's a tomboy. The one girl can't tell her feelings. The typical cliche anime girl kind of profile. But this show, all the girls are sadistic killers, and it's real crazy how each girl is still totally different from one another.
How they think.
Girl who got the scars on her face, who in the daytime she's like real shy and quiet, and then when night comes out, the freak is loose. She's crazy. And then you got and then you got two of these girls who seem like they just into like the whole pleasure of killing people. At the same time they're different. So it's a real. The art style will throw you off, but then once you start watching it, the art style to represent what the show is about. It's a real show. Mm-hmm. It's definitely a real show, man. And
apparently it's based off a manga too. So
yeah. So that's definitely my show right now. I'm digging. I've been watching a lot of shows. There's several shows I've missed that I want to watch. We kind of better have mentioned them. The show called M3 and some of the other shows. I want to really get into. I want to watch those, but I haven't watched them yet. But that's definitely what I'm feeling right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, so let's open the floor about this season. What else on your guys' minds?
There's one more thing, and it's obviously the big elephant in the room.
All right.
And the big elephant in the room, as far as the anime, of course, this is obviously by default the biggest anime, probably one of the most anticipated of all time, but like it has, been renewed for, to follow the manga in its footsteps. And it'll of course, what I'm talking about is that JoJo no Kimi no Boken, otherwise known as JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. And JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, of course, is one of the most prestigious manga series in Japanese history. And for many, many, many years, we're talking like, Kid Icarus type levels of anticipation, like 23 years, plus of, this manga being animated, well, it got animated with OVA 93. Yeah. This, then it got the predecessor in 2000. But people were like, hey, when is, Japan going to ever animate the actual manga series, from one to another. We're now in part 3 with Jotaro Kujo, and one thing I gotta say about this series is that that was by far my favorite anime series of this past fall. Well, not past fall. I would say last spring. Last spring.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, and But with this one, yes. Well, like with this one, however, with JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, he got the game coming out, next Tuesday, exclusively on Bandai and on Amazon, for some reason, only on PS3. But the thing is, though, is that with JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, with Jotaro Kujo, I was watching this series, and it just doesn't, as far as the voice acting, it's not as strong as the OVA series was, the one back in the one from '93 and the 93/2000. It's not as strong. However, it's a lot more accurate to the manga. But one thing that fans need, or people who are interested in watching the show need to realize is I would just wait for it to come out on Blu-ray, because for one, when it comes out on Blu-ray in Japan, it's actually, even though it's more expensive because you have to import it, it does come with both English and Japanese subtitles. But also it's it's uncensored, and already watching the first episode, I can tell that it's heavily censored. So I said to myself, you know what, I'm just gonna wait until the Blu-rays come out, and I'll go ahead and I'll go buy it. So that's just basically the one more thing, but that's like the elephant in the room. Yeah. So
JoJo, I need to get on that too. Yeah, I agree with that. Oh, because my girlfriend, she was at the anime convention last year, and they had like showings of Attack on Titan and JoJo and a couple other ones, and she watched those two, and those two, Attack on Titan and JoJo, actually made an impression on her that we actually watched Attack on Titan together. So yeah, I think I might have to go on JoJo eventually. I'll probably wait, like you said, because these shows with these older mangas from the 80s and whatever, they don't translate to anything that's overly like violent. You know what I mean?
Oh, this is violent. This JoJo, this is extremely violent.
For sure, I know, because JoJo the whole thing is him being influenced by Fist of the North Star, and you can't be influenced if you're not violent. Anyway, yeah, I'm sure there's going to be the Blu-rays are going to have like banned episodes and shit like that they usually do, and people getting their heads cut off or whatever. So yeah, I'm just going to wait to get the full experience.
So hey, fellas, overall, compared to winter season and the spring, what would you say about this season so far? Right now I'm feeling, even though there, in my opinion, there's no like one like mainstream like must-watch show like the other season had, the variety of the style of shows is a lot more than the last season.
I find this season pretty solid. It's not like there's no killer killing this.
Right.
Like in my opinion, but like it's solid, and that's good enough, man. You can't have like all going every season. There's all those seasons where it's like I was gonna have a solid season. You don't need that killer show. But yeah, it's solid. I find the shows are solid. I'm enjoying it. I mean, fuck, man. I find those last 2 years, I think, basically to me, I find like after Steins Gate, the anime took that dip. Okay, it was nothing really to enjoy, and now after the fall season, I should say the winter season, things started to pick up, so it's good.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any like breakout hits. Like everybody has to watch this sort of thing like last year had. I don't know.
Oh no, sorry. I should say the fall season because Attack on Titan, right? Okay.
Yeah.
It started with Attack on Titan, and now we getting some good shit.
See, even before Attack on Titan, everybody was on that Sword Art Online train.
No, but we weren't on it. That didn't count. We know
that. But people, that's all they talked about.
And I don't know why.
And then they actually brought Toonami back, and they showed that.
Yeah.
And now they're going to show, I think they already started, Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
Like in May or something, I think it starts. I think.
Yeah.
So those two were the breakouts. Now, I don't know if there's a breakout yet in this one.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see any show. I see a lot of shows that like real anime fans are really going to be that will watch. I don't see that show that Funimation's going to buy like right now and have it on air in 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, and it didn't need to have that really. You know, it's a solid months of good. You know.
Yeah.
Well, that's a solid B plus.
Yeah, you know.
Well, I'm gonna have to disagree. As far as the big standout title, definitely JoJo is definitely one of them. But like from what I've noticed, that's like the big one. You know, like guys, you have like just gotta understand just how big this intellectual property actually.
Yeah, but not
but JoJo never gonna come here.
That's the thing. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I mean,
yeah. I mean, but like if you're talking from a outside Japan,
yeah, that's the point of view I'm talking about.
I've never looked at anime that way. I never actually have, because I've always, say that first and foremost that there's a reason why it's called Japanese animation, because it's Japanese, I really don't look at anime like, what is it that people outside think, or something like that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I look at things like how would they look at it, because it's their thing. It's kind of like not to go too much into this, kind of like hip hop, because like with hip hop music, and I'm not trying to like offend anybody, but hip hop music is black music, Yeah. And so like, so when we're listening to it, we can understand, just from the core ingredients, the elements of why that guy says what he does and stuff like that. Whereas somebody who's not familiar with black culture every day would have to like discern what is it that they're really saying. That's how I look at Japanese animation.
But like if you were to look at it that way, because North American anime, the business side of it is not what it used to be. Obviously,
no, not at all.
It's all skewed towards the streaming and whatever, what have you. Not so much on the TV side anymore. Not so much on the DVDs or Blu-rays.
That highlights my point even further, because like right now when you have Funimation's own streaming service, you have especially like the number one Crunchyroll.
Yeah, Crunchyroll.
And like with that just highlights why I've been saying even further, because they know that people for years, the reason why people pirate anime is because it hasn't been coming out here fast enough.
Yeah.
And so, but now we're, as we're starting to watch anime, on a more, frequent basis, we're starting to understand more of the nuances of, we're starting to understand the nuances a lot better now. I just feel that anime fans now are a lot smarter as far as, what they're seeing and what they're watching, and they understand now that, okay, this is from Japan, and I think that Crunchyroll greatly highlights that.
Yeah. Well, what I'm saying is,
I don't think I agree with that.
Someone used to sell anime. There was a time period when you only got anime on DVDs and VHS, and then of course the anime fans were really the hardcore fans had to use the torrents, the stream sites, and you had the fan subs. And then around the first filler season of Fullmetal Alchemist, when Funimation got that, and that became real big, they saw, okay, we need to be on the attack. So anything that looked huge, they bought the rights of it that day.
Yes.
Made all the fan sub guys stop, subbing it, or they're gonna get sued.
Yeah.
And so that went on for a while, and now we're the part of the industry where it's streamed everywhere. There's no really the fan subgroups and the stream sites work together in a way, And so I'm just saying, with this season here, I don't feel like there's any show that someone was fan subbing it that someone will be buying it right now and say, "Hey, you keep on subbing, we're gonna sue you." That's what I'm saying. Where last season there were several shows, something like Noragami had that vibe to me, to where it's gonna get bought as soon as possible, and they're in production right now to sub it, to dub it, and have it on TV in a matter of weeks. That's what I'm saying.
Noragami is that type of Anime Swim type of anime.
Is that
Adult Swim, my bad.
Is that show they can sell? That's what I'm saying.
I think the only one that would come close, or actually is in that regard, would probably be Broken Blade, because it was licensed immediately, So, and it's actually, you know, to a point now where Crunchyroll can't even show it, you know?
Okay. So you said Broken Blade could be the one that could do that. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
I'd have to get on that then.
Yeah. So
You talking about Break Blade?
yeah. Well,
Yes.
I'm saying the sub I watch says Broken Blade, but then every time I see the show, it says Break Blade. So I don't know what it's called. It's something. It's some dude in a funky looking road mech.
Yeah.
Sand people. I don't know what the hell's going on. It's something weird. You know, it's all right, but it's all I got about it. You know,
Like that, it has an Escaflowne.
yeah,
feel.
it does. It does. It has the Escaflowne vibe.
Oh shit, yeah.
You know.
Well, I don't mind Escaflowne.
Okay.
Oh, Escaflowne is a shit.
Escaflowne is a good
Shit.
show.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
awesome.
confused, man.
That's one of the
yeah,
greatest villains ever.
Yeah, I'm confused. Yeah, I'm getting confused. Yeah, I'm getting confused. Yeah.
I'm saying the Vision Escaflowne. That's my show.
Mm-hmm.
That crazy fool, the lion dog.
I'm saying that's my show. Von Fennell. That's
Man,
that's my boy.
I spent $80 on that box set for the movie, man. Come on.
I'm saying that's my flick, boy.
Yeah.
You know, shoot. Ocean Group, boy. I'm saying that whole dub is that's my stuff. But any gripes with this season so far? On any side note, something you watched that wasn't good, or something you're not feeling, you're not feeling compared to last season?
For me, definitely, I'm definitely having a disconnect with JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, like the third part, just because, you know, just from me watching the series, you know, the OVA series back in '93 and back in like 2000, just the voice actor is not as strong, but like the action is definitely a lot better, you know, and in most regards, it's like it's much closer to it's very accurate to the manga, but other than that, no, really, you know, it's like that's really my only gripe, is that I was really disappointed with, you know, the voice acting for
Okay,
JoJo,
well,
so.
okay, well, I tried to watch one episode. I watched one episode of this anime called Sora Demo Sakai wa Yutsukushi. Okay. Yutsukushi, okay? And it's basically about this girl, and she's like the fourth princess of this kingdom.
I watched one episode of that too. The water girl princess, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know what to feel about that. Like, I don't want to watch it again. Because
see, it's a show I didn't want to mention. I only watched one episode.
Yeah.
It's real weird because the concept of it is kind of interesting. It has an old school kind of anime Lord of Record of Lotus War type. You know, it's not a medieval show. They got a kind of medieval kind of vibe to it. But then all of a sudden, you got the dudes when the guys trying to kidnap the girl. They talking, okay, girl, we're gonna get you. We're gonna get some now. I mean, they basically say that. We gotta get some now. I was like, what the hell are you talking about? It's not a fourth wall type stuff going on. It's like, wait a minute, is this a serious show or is it a comedy? You know?
I think it's supposed to be a mixture. I think it's supposed to be some comedy in there because I think in the beginning, if it hinted that anyway.
Yeah.
Just with the dialogue, so like I'm not really surprised by that. Was just that I don't know, man. Like
when her sisters tell the story about the prince and he's this horrible, ugly, like a frog king who farts or some kind of bullcrap. I mean, it's real silly.
Wait, what?
It's a real. You don't remember in the very beginning when her sisters are telling her about the guy she's gonna marry, this king, and the Sun King, and he's this horrible ogre, fart infested demon man or something.
Yeah. She was just fucking lying to her.
I know, but it's real. Yeah. It's like it's real silly. For the subject matter seemed like it's going to be like a kind of serious show kind of thing. Well, not serious, but like a interesting drama type show. But then it's really really silly.
Yeah. So it's like that's for me. That's not my problem with the show. The show is just because I'm kind of afraid to watch it because I feel like it's one of those things. It could be bad. It could be good.
Yeah.
And I don't know where, like, the first of it done nothing for me to know where it's heading.
Right.
And like, at this point, I'm watching some of the shows. Do I want to invest into this show? Like, I don't know, man.
My recommendation for that, whenever whenever something like that happens, I would wait until, like, the entire series has ended. And then just, like, watch it, the whole way through.
Uh-huh.
And because it sounds like a pacing issue,
Okay.
Yeah.
So and that's one of the reasons why like that's my feeling, you know, also with JoJo, you know, like JoJo, it just paces like sometimes it just feels like, you know, you're constantly on the brakes and the accelerator, you know. So I say to myself, you know what, let me just like, you know, wait until, you know, instead of like, you know, waiting for the, you know, the car to, you know, be built, you know, I'm just gonna wait till, you know, it's finished, you know.
Okay.
So and then just, you know, just drive it through. So it sounds like a pacing issue to me.
Yeah.
And also I just want to, you know, touch up like, you know, just very quick on I would like also an anime I would definitely recommend is Meikaku City Actors. And Meikaku City Actors is based off the it's made by the same people that made the Monotonogari series. And yes. So it's made by the same people. It's made by Shaft. So and also I have not forgotten that yes, you know, Hana Monotonogari, you know, it does come out like late next month. So that's why, you know, all of us have not even mentioned it yet because it's not out yet. But it's on the way, you know. And Meikaku City Actors, you know, is made by the same guys that made the that series, you know, the Motonogari series. But also real quick, I want to talk about like what did any of you guys see the new Marvel Disc Wars, The Avengers?
Hell no.
Hell no.
I don't watch it in the US. I even watch the Japanese version.
That's what I'm saying. We're American. We don't need to watch that.
Well, I'm gonna say I wouldn't watch the American version, so I haven't watched the Japanese version.
That's what I'm saying. Like, because I tried doing that with Wolverine. Was it Wolverine? No, X-Men. X-Men and Iron Man. Okay, I'm telling you right now, I couldn't watch that shit. That shit felt too weird because I'm hearing the Scott the Gene.
No, wait, hold up. Ask me this: is this show? I'm under the impression that this show is our show, just over there redubbed. Is this like? No. Is this?
No. This is Pogs come to life with Avengers characters.
So this is their full creation from animation, everything, story.
Yeah, Toei animation, man.
Okay, see, well, my bad. There. I mean, I'm not gonna say I'm gonna watch it, but I might be more, I might be more inclined to check it out because I dig the X-Men anime. The Wolverine was but the X-Men was awesome, and then Iron Man was all right too. And so I can take them doing, I can take them having our stuff and making it their own. I'm cool with that. I just figured this was the, whatever the mighty whatever Avengers show we got currently on with Ultimate Spider-Man. I thought it was that crap brought over there for them.
This is basically a game that they're playing, and these kids have control over their. What is it, like a projection, or they summon Captain America and the Hulk to fight these things? I don't know what the
wait. So basically, it's like like Build Fighters, but with Marvel.
Yeah.
What the? Yo, that sounds worse than I thought. Yo, I even thought it was that. I thought it was actually like the Avengers.
Okay. Okay, that's my bad then.
That sounds like
I may check it out one time to see what's up.
That sounds like what the fuck?
And
that sounds too weird.
And that's one thing, like, for our listeners, that I would definitely, advise that, and there are ways of getting anime, but obviously the best way, the legal way is subscribe to Crunchyroll, and you can watch virtually almost all this stuff,
Yeah.
And just give one episode a try because, like I said, it's easy to get into anime. It's not hard, It's actually very easy because, unlike gaming, it's passive entertainment. It's basically a one and done deal. If you don't like it, you don't like it. If you like it, you like it. As you heard here, all of us, we've all had varied, listing of what we're watching, And I think that's why anime will continue for a long time to come, So.
Just keep up the variety. That's all.
Yeah, keep up the variety.
Hey, before we get ready to shut this down for this episode, I do want to say this: avoid Fun Inshin Dai Shogun. It's crap. That show is a horrible version of Nobunaga the Fool that's still airing.
But what's it called?
Dai Shogun.
Dai Shogun?
Yeah, Fruition.
It comes out. It
They're
comes
the
out.
Meiji era, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I knew. After fucking Gifu Dodo, man, I could smell that shit from.
It sucks. I mean, it's the art style. The art style misleads you because it's drawn cool. Like all the characters are cool looking and everything. It's like Edo era people in mechs, kind of like Noob the Fool.
Yeah.
It's just stupid. I mean, it's just straight stupid. Everything about it just dumb. You know. And so avoid that show. It sucks.
Shit,
I watched one
man.
episode and said, "Yeah, I'm not watching it no more. I don't care what happens."
Wait, it came out this season though?
Yeah, it's on right now.
Yeah.
Episode 4.
I mean, the theme of it though, what's interesting is that like, cause there's always like another thing I love about anime is that it's very thematic. The theme of it is that what would happen if God, I keep forgetting the name of the guy who forced Japan to open its borders. But basically, it's along the lines of what would happen if that didn't happen,
Is it Oda Nobunaga?
No, that's way before this. This is.
It's way before
Is
that.
the Black Ships? I forget. What
Yes.
Yeah, the Black Ship. I forget who did it though. I don't remember.
Yeah, so it's just
I know that from catching. That's all.
It really pissed me
Yeah,
off.
that's what I'm saying. We know that shit from anime.
The first episode pissed me off, man. So I said, yeah, I'm not watching no more.
Yo, you see, I seen that anime and I was looking at it and I was getting the negative vibe too. But the only thing I was thinking of me watching it is I saw that girl in the pink thing and she was looking kind of mad sexy right there.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, so I watch it right there. I don't know, man.
But I was saying the art style is cool. Everybody look cool. The guys look G. The girls look hot. I mean, the mechs are cool designs. Like, yeah, this is gonna be good. But then you start watching it, and the dialogue is so stupid. It's like, come on, man. Like, come on.
Well,
like, really?
good thing I listened to my instinct, and my instinct lead me in the right direction. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So basically, all right. So, oh my God, I'm so dumb. And then I'm trying to become a Japanese teacher too. Oh my God, I hope they're not. But it's Matthew Perry. Like, what would happen if Japan had kicked his ass and avoided him from opening their borders?
Yeah.
That's basically what this anime series is like.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and then my other gripe with this season so far, there's not one. Now I haven't watched all the shows, but I'm not feeling any of these theme songs. None of them are good. None of them make me want to watch the show the next week. I'm watching them because I actually like the content. In the past, there were shows that had that theme song that even if the show sucked, I would still watch it because I would hear the theme song. You know what I'm saying? It put me in the mood. I ain't feeling any of the music so far in any of these shows.
I want to say though that the Fairy Tail though, the open. I know you don't watch that shit. I know.
Right.
But I'm just saying the Fairy Tail open is the one of them that I like it. I'm liking.
Oh,
yeah.
wait a minute. Hold on. So you're trying to say that one, but come on, man. After watching Knights of Sidonia, man, you're gonna say something like that?
Knights of the what?
Even that song would be if I had an album of 12 tracks, it'd be number 10. I would hide it in between the middle somewhere. It's all right, but it ain't great. It ain't it ain't perfect.
Yeah.
It's like
I didn't even hear that shit, but the way you describe that shit made me laugh.
You got those certain tracks you put in the front and the beginning and the end to set the album up right, and you got those other songs you just kind of made and you just put in there. Okay, maybe someone like it. Maybe that one guy would like it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I feel about most of these songs. Last season, I mean, last season I got like 20 songs for every show almost. Kill la Kill, both of their themes and the endings. Kuriko, both of their themes and the ending. Yeah. Dorigami's theme is the best theme of the year. You know what I'm saying? It makes you want to watch the show. None of these shows have any kind of theme music where like, okay, I'm waiting for this. I'm gonna watch this again next week because the song's so awesome. It's like, okay, I'm gonna watch it because it's actually an interesting show. It's not selling me on the product. And anime and J-pop is about that animation and the music working together. Mm-hmm. telling you why you need to watch this show. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I must admit though, like the theme song might not be on the dot, but the music while you're watching the episode are actually good. For example,
I feel with that, but I'm not a guy who go out and buy soundtracks. You know what I'm saying? Like that. I want theme music. I want something I can put in my MP3 player, listen for 4 minutes, and move on to the next one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I understand what you mean though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, there isn't before, because this is nothing I love about anime. It's like, okay, so what about the Majin Buu saga for Dragon Ball Kai? Have you guys been watching that?
Not at all.
No, I haven't been.
Okay.
Watch what?
Dragon Ball Kai.
I watched
remastered
one episode to see how what was edited out, and it's been a while, long time since I looked at the manga, so I forget what's all filled and what's not.
Okay. And of course, I haven't forgotten about Data Live 2. I have been watching that as well. Just like it just shows. Man, I've just been watching a lot of anime, lately. And it's not hard. Like when you have services like Crunchyroll, what I'm saying, it's just not a hard thing to do.
Yeah, Crunchyroll is basically like the Netflix right now of anime now, right? Basically.
Most definitely. I love how the way they do it. I like how the way they don't like, they don't like basically, subtitle they give you, clean intros and outros.
Yeah,
that's why
I know Crunchyroll because I actually was part of Crunchyroll before it became the Crunchyroll it is now. Because I remember when Crunchyroll was like basically the YouTube anime.
Yes.
I remember that, and then it became, what it is now. They start buying licenses and stuff like that, and all that stuff. Now it's like, it's kind of like a Funimation in a way, but they don't have their voice acting. They're just streaming stuff.
Exactly. I love the fact that like it comes out less than 24 hours right after it's shown on Japanese television. So just one day afterwards. So it's actually much easier now than ever before in the history of anime to actually follow anime right down to a T. So I think Crunchyroll may have actually solved the problem of piracy.
Yeah. Well, everybody, I hope you enjoyed this episode of the God's Realm, Pokemon's Gods. Hope you enjoyed our opinion, our thoughts on this current season anime, spring 2014. And we will be back soon, hopefully with another video on a whole different kind of random topic by anime, y'all. So, if you're listening, thank you. Subscribe, follow us on Twitter, all that good stuff. And for the gods of anime, the God Realm, this is TheWon, joined by the the Pirate King, Monkey FD.
Yeah, yo.
PowerMaster Prime. Super Saiyan Lavar.